My interest in agriculture is that agriculture helps us in a lot of ways because we make food in agriculture. Yeah? So through agriculture we can eliminate poverty, which is also one of our socio-economic issues.
So what do you think young people should do in terms of, in fact, let me put it this way. Do you think more young people should take food production, starting their own vegetable gardens at home as a response to fighting poverty and all that?
Well, that can be a good thing for young people because they will be able to help themselves with food. If ever someone has a garden behind his home, it can also help them not be involved in criminal activities, of which that is what most young people are involved in. And then whenever some people have spare time, they can also work on their gardens. Yes.
But in terms of the nutritious value of food, many young people, for instance, are into burgers and fries and all these junk food stuff.
Yes.
I'm sure you also want to buy a bag. You enjoy buying a bag and having a candy, a cola, and all that stuff. It doesn't have nutritious value. Many young people don't value vegetables and all that. What's your take on that?
Well, I'm not sure, only because I enjoy vegetables and I also enjoy fruits, but it's not cool. That is the tendencies that young people are having, that is enjoying junk foods more than the nutritious food, only because it won't work even for their health. Yes.
The Nelson Mandela Day, what does it mean to you?
Nelson Mandela Day, well, it means a lot. It means a lot that there's a lot behind the day. There's a lot that's involved, and you're also celebrating the national icon that is globally claimed by everyone. Yeah, there's a lot behind the day. Yes.
So the time that you spent here, did it teach you anything about agriculture, producing your own food in your garden and all that?
I learned a lot. I learned a lot of things that I did not know because I am not usually involved in planting crops and stuff like that. So I learned that there are some things that you have to consider whenever you're going to plant, and yeah.
Do you now think you're motivated enough to start your own food garden at home?
I'm very motivated. I am very, very motivated, and I'm going to start my own garden.
Do you?
I am Abongile coming from St. John's College. I'm so very honored to have this opportunity to make a great change in this I'm inspired in this organization so that I can go further with my agricultural studies.
How does your involvement going to contribute in your academic program?
It will do much better because it won't be the same as theorizing schoolwork, but I will be able to know it practically, so it could be like a good change.
And do you think it's going to change your attitude towards food? Will you now start practicing your own food production at home?
Yes, I will do that perfectly.
Many young people would prefer ice cream or candy as something to eat or to nibble. What is your take on that, given the nutritious value of vegetables and food?
Vegetables have so much impact on our lives because now people get exposed to many diseases if they're eating junk food. So I should advise that they should consider vegetables as their first priority on their feed.
Okay, sure.
This is a build-up towards the 18th of July. As we all know that this is Mandela's Day, and we decided to partner with Sakata Mayford Seed together with Africa Rising, which is an organization that the grandson of Madiba is leading. And as a Department of Rural Development and Agrarian Reform, we decided also to identify 67 students for 67 plots so that we can provide them with seedlings and seeds in an attempt of starting what we call community gardens, because our obligation is to ensure that there is enough food security. We've been plowing this morning, and we want also to ensure that young people are creating a new culture of love to plant and love to produce and love to ensure that agriculture is not only there, it is fashionable, it is cool, it is sexy for them, so that we can breed new caliber of leadership in terms of agronomists, soil scientists, our engineers, and our veterinarians. And I think today we are here in Nelson Mandela Farm we've been deworming his livestock here, and also ensuring that we boost them during this winter season. We're going to provide these animals and the community livestock animals with feed to ensure that tomorrow, for instance, we are going to plow and plant a lot of community gardens. Our intention is to build a solid food sovereignty where poverty and hunger is no more. That is the basic intention.
Years, we are delighted to partner with Africa Rising and the Department of Rural Development and Agrarian Reform. What we've been doing today is we planted 67 plots where we had kids from around the village planting at Tata Madiba's house, and they will be mending and looking after the gardens. We're hoping that this is going to encourage them to get involved and find agriculture attractive, and from here on we will be appealing to the community and the business community in particular to get involved in helping us raise funds to distribute 1 million seeds.
Today we're very excited, honored and pleased to have launched a partnership with the Department of Rural Development as well as Agriculture, together with a company known as Sakata that has been producing seeds for over 100 years. Today we launched the Nelson Mandela Community Gardens. We're taking 1 million tins of seeds to distribute them across the rural areas of South Africa. In light of food inflation that has hit our country and doubled the prices, as well as to secure our food security here on this beautiful continent of Africa, we have decided to take this initiative to the people who need it the most. Every time you have to buy food, why not save a little bit just by growing your own food garden in your own home? And here we are to promote this great initiative. Today we've also launched an amazing initiative here on our grandfather's farm in Kunu, where we are taking 67 kids to have their own plot on Nelson Mandela's farm. And we're asking corporates to sponsor a child just 10,000 Rand, where half the money will go to the child to take care of their educational needs, and the other half will go into maintaining and running the farm in a very resourceful and efficient manner. The reason for this competition is that, first of all, the kids will have a part of them that belongs to Tatu Madiba. As we all know, kids were very special to our grandfather. And so we're promoting this farming because we need to make sure that the future generations of our country, of our people, are in love with agriculture. We're trying to bring the sexy back in agriculture, the cool back, to make sure that young people are engaging with agriculture, because it's one of the biggest challenges that we have on this continent. We have so much abundance of land and yet so many little farmers coming from our continent, and therefore we need to make sure that our children are the next ones to lead this revolution of taking over the farms and being the #1 producers on this continent. Go into a competition where there'll be 2 prizes. 1 for the plot that yields the most amount of vegetables, 2 for the best quality vegetables, and they will get an amazing prize next year after the harvest, when the harvest has already been taking place. So we're asking you, South Africa, to join us, partner with us in making sure that we plant seeds of greatness.